So, here's a fun dude. Uno Isozaki. I cannot pronounce his name for the life of me. He's a colorful fellow, and he's the play-by-play announcer for the Grand Prix. Which means that yes, we are getting color commentary for the cabaret battle.
Of course. I don't think I would ever expect differently for whatever reason.
I mean, why not? It's an actual like tournament league this time.
I mean, that's one way of looking at it, sure.
Also, Yuki is the same Yuki from 20 years ago in Yakuza 0.
And yet you think that the other one could not be the same?
I mean, she could be, but the game never really expands on it.
It could be one of those
like
Easter eggs.
It's just two women with the same name, really.
I don't know.
Like, this one is explicitly the same Yuki from 20 years ago. The former #1 hostess of Club Sunshine, who decided to start her own club.
I'm just gonna argue and make you think that it's in like dialogue that you skipped because you sometimes go too fast.
I mean, it could be.
And then doubt settled.
So yeah, Club Forshine is just getting off the ground, and we've been invited to participate via special exception, which means we have to start our way from the bottom and work our way up. Oh, I guess it was technically spoilers for me to say that Club Sunshine was the champion last video, but it's not that big a deal, I guess.
Alright.
Alright, so here are the enemy platinum hostesses this time. Just like with Kirara, don't look them up at work.
I mean, you don't even have to add the at work.
I mean, I'm not gonna begrudge anyone if they want to on their own private time, just don't do it with people around. Anyway, there's Kana, here's Eika, here's Yua. And the last one was Shoko. Our first opponent is gonna be Kana.
Could they reach 5 shine? No, that would be too foolish of them.
Camera, please. I think I see what they were going for, but it's kind of hard not to see it as something else.
Yeah, I'm starting to get like desensitized to that sort of thing.
It happens.
You know it's getting bad at that point.
Yeah. Anyway, let's manage our lineup a little bit. Sakura and Cherry are exhausted after yesterday, so why don't we let these two girls take over for the time being? Ono Michiko and Ono Michio are well, I got them as pre-order bonuses for this game, but I think you can just buy them as DLC. Here's the makeover section. You can customize how the girl looks and try to raise their stats down there to a certain level. what I like doing is I like going to having them having 3 S's and just having 1 dump stat.
Mm.
You can accessorize them. You can do their makeup and hair. Although I don't think makeup actually affects their parameters down there. And all the costs for accessories and dresses and stuff are coming out of your pocket.
Of course.
But that's fine. You should be making money hand over fist here.
What else is different with me and women? Someone's gonna take that the wrong way in the comments, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, I don't doubt that. You can only do makeovers for the platinum hostesses. Your bronze, golds, and silvers, and 1 other will not be able to be dressed up. And it costs like 10,000 yen to try to put out an ad for a new girl. I think it gets progressively more expensive when the more successes you have.
I was gonna say, because that seems like a really cheap thing, compared to everything else.
Yeah, I want to say it's 10,000 more every time you get a success. But I literally only did that to demonstrate it, so... So yeah, between rounds, you can also talk with the platinum hostesses to take them out and have a conversation with them.
Relax.
おい、どうしたんだ？
いや、初めて桐生さんと2人っきりでお食事じゃないですか。緊張しちゃって。
おいおい、俺は同じ店の仲間だぜ。緊張してどうするんだ？
すみません、分かってはいるんですけど、実は私結構人見知りで。ユキさんとか他の人がいれば大丈夫なんですけど、2人きりで話すとなると硬くなっちゃうんですよね。
もしかして初めての客に対してもそんな感じなのか？
はい、打ち解けた人には全然普通に話せるんですけど。
よくそれでキャバ嬢をやれているな。
自分でもそう思います。はあ、どうすれば緊張しなくて済みますかね。
それを自分の個性にしてしまえばいい。
え、どういうことですか？
緊張してしまうのも小雪の特徴だと思って前向きに捉えるってことだ。変に直そうと意識するから余計に緊張しちまってるのかもしれねえぜ。
なるほど。でも人見知りみたいな欠点、個性になりうるんですかね。
客の好みはそれぞれだ。緊張している初々しいキャストが好きな連中も多いはずだぜ。
桐生さん、ありがとうございます。私ちょっと前向きに頑張ってみよっと。
ああ、期待してるぜ。
なんか緊張もほぐれてきた気がします。さすが桐生店長ですね。一生ついていきます。
調子のいいやつだぜ。しかし人見知りといい、小雪はまだまだキャバ嬢として成長しなきゃいけないな。
そうですね。本当まだまだひよっこですよ。お客さんとの話題が思いつかずに黙っちゃうようなこともありますしね。
話題か。お前の趣味の話でもすればいいんじゃないのか？
趣味？私の趣味の話をすればいいんですか？
ああ、客は小雪のことが知りたいはずだからな。何かないのか？例えばショッピングとか。
私家が貧乏で まだお金もないので買い物はあんまり。趣味。
何かあったか？
はい、私の趣味はユキさんですね。
どういうことだ？
ユキさんを観察したり、ユキさんの写真を撮ったり、その写真を眺めたりするのが好きなんです。だから強いて言うならそれが趣味だなーって。
小雪、お前。本当にユキが好きなんだな。
はい、大好きです。なんせ私の目標であり憧れですから。少しでも近づけるように細かいところまで観察して吸収したいって気持ちもあるんです。
なるほど。勉強も兼ねているというわけか。いつかユキみたいになれるように頑張れよ。
はい、ありがとうございます。
小雪がキャバ嬢になろうと思った理由は何なんだ？やはりユキの影響か？
そうですね、ユキさんに憧れたからです。実は私大学に通ってるんですけど。
ほう、そうなのか。
はい、でも結構学費が高いんで、とあるスナックでアルバイトをすることにしたんです。そしたらそこにある日、伝説のキャバ嬢と呼ばれる女性が飲みにやってきて。
それがユキだったのか。
はい、ユキさんすごく綺麗で輝いてた。こんなに綺麗な人いるんだって思いました。でも話すと気さくな変な人で、そんなユキさんに私は一目惚れしたんです。あの人と一緒に働きたい、あの人みたいになりたい、そういう思いで次の日にはユキさんのいるお店の門を叩いていました。
そうだったのか。
でもこの仕事をすればするほどユキさんの偉大さと自分のしょぼさが身に染みて、私みたいなちんちくりんがユキさんみたいになりたいなんておこがましいですよね。
全ては小雪次第じゃないか。
私次第。
ああ、ユキは伝説のキャバ嬢と呼ばれた女だ。小雪が目指しているのはそれだけ高い目標ってことだ。当然今のお前では難しい。だがこれからの頑張り次第では可能性は出てくる。
桐生さん。
どんなプロも最初は素人からスタートしたんだ。地道に頑張り続ければ夢はつかめると俺は思うぜ。
私次第。やっぱり諦めちゃダメってことですよね。不器用かもしれないけどコツコツ頑張ってきっとユキさんみたいな素敵な人になってみせます。桐生さん見ててくださいね。
ああ、楽しみにしてるぜ。しかし小雪が現役学生だったとはな。大学はちゃんと通ってるのか？
はい、単位はもうほぼ全部取っちゃったんで最近はほとんど行ってないんですけどね。でも学費が高くて今も生活には結構苦労してるんです。
そうなのか？フォー社員のエースなんだからそれでも少しは潤ってると思ったんだが。
実は自分の学費の支払いの他に弟たちの学費と生活費も工面してるんですよ。だからどうしても残る金額は少なくなっちゃうんであまり贅沢はしませんね。
小雪、それなら今日は好きなだけ食え。
わーい、それが一番嬉しいですまだまだ食べますよ。
ああ、たくさん食べて今まで以上に頑張ってくれ。
はい、私頑張ります。
Okay, so after every conversation, depending on how well the conversation went, the girl gets can get a pretty sizable experience bonus. I also don't think you can have these conversations until every like 10 levels or so.
Man, Big Bubble Galaxy it's not the same. Ever since they got rid of Saturn Slush, it's just downhill.
I mean, it's okay. Not my favorite, but what can you do? Oh, one other thing I appreciate they did between 0 and Kiwami 2 is that you can have those conversations all at once, like as long as they're available.
Gotcha.
You don't have to do them one by one.
I'm noticing somebody there.
Okay, so
Are we sure we want them on our team? Considering last time I remember seeing them, they had a knife.
Oh, it's fine.
Probably murdered somebody.
It's fine. That hasn't happened yet. And these are different Onos.
You can't prove that.
Anyway, it's time to take on the Fresh League. So we're going up against the Hiroshima Club run by Kana. There's also considerably less story around each club. Like basically, you just try to get enough fans to match the current champ of that league, and then you can just go for it.
I mean, it could be worse, I suppose.
Yeah, they did a lot to streamline Cabaret Club Grand Prix versus Cabaret Club Czar back 20 years ago. Yet.
I guess in Japan, the saying is moldy instead of being rusty.
Maybe?
That or somehow we're gonna like turn into zombies or something.
So, every time we start a championship battle, Warno always shows up to hype up the battle. Also, I like the idea that Kana and her crew just came down from Hiroshima and then are going back up to Hiroshima to do battle.
Of course. Look, it's part of the showing off process.
ついにやってまいりましたリーグチャンピオンシップ果たして勝利の女神はどちらに微笑むのか
負けないです。
負けらんねえな。
キャバクラグランプリナンバーワンを選ぼうのさあついにバトルスタートです
So the actual ranking battles play out mostly the same. They have a different song that's way more intense. But you're directly competing against the opposing club, and you can see how well they're doing just below how well you're doing up at the corner.
Right.
They also have their own fever meter, and every club, or I guess every platinum hostess has their own heat fever they can use. All of which are pretty detrimental to you. I believe every club has a set amount of money they make, so all you have to do is top whatever they make.
Right.
I would give that figure, but I don't remember it, and we'll see it at the end of the battle anyway, so no big deal.
Can't believe you haven't used any of that. Either Ono.
I'm just waiting for someone who actually would be receptive to them.
They're getting
I don't know
double
why
S's.
these people. They're what?
They're getting double S's in some of the categories.
Oh, I suppose I should mention that those categories at the bottom: sexy, elegant, cute, and funny. Some customers are looking for specific traits in a girl, and the better those are, the more receptive that customer will be to said girl.
Right.
失礼します ごゆっくりどうぞ
It's like, man, they really recycled all of the same animation.
They kinda did, yeah. There are two new things. Fever Time Level 3 gets a custom animation of its own. And then there's the Oil Baron thing, which I don't remember if the Oil Baron should show up in the Fresh League or not. If a guest is ending their session in a not happy mood, you can try to give them a gift or apologize to try to improve. It's mostly I guess a PR move to try to get more fans.
いらっしゃいませ お会計ですね
Hey, we found one who's looking for Ono Michiko.
Finally.
Because Ono Michiko is a goddess of parties, I guess.
So you might be wondering how I have this orange on my hair.
Well, I just love my hometown of Ono Michiko just that much that I want to spread the joy of the Hasaku oranges.
I developed a severe allergy after being bitten by a radioactive orange.
Would you like to try the orange on? It's a little heavy, but it's very comfy.
Whenever an Ono cries, it's just lemon juice.
Okay, so I guess I did just notice that the two Ono girls are amazing in two particular stats, Party and Love. Those are other stats that a customer might be looking for. Like the guy who's currently talking with Koyuki is looking for someone who's got a really high love stat. Those stats there actually do go up on level up. So getting those up high is just a matter of using healing the girls more. And I did just notice actually that. Sorry, what?
Never mind, go on.
I was gonna say I did just notice that using Fever Time actually counteracts the opponent's fever meter in this game, which makes this a lot easier than it was in Zero. Because I don't think there was any way to interrupt your opponent's fever time.
当社員店長さりげなくフォローします残り時間はあとわずかラストスパートだ当社員フィーバータイムだ
お願いします
Alright, so what, 1.25 million?
Something like that. I guess I'll go look up what Club or Kana's Fever Time actually is.
お会計ですね
I
っしゃいませ。
よろしく頼むよ。
お会計ですね。
I guess it's nice that it tells you that, like, it's telling you directly that you're getting more fans through word of mouth. You're doing a good job.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. The more fans you have, the more people who are willing to come to your club. So if you want to make sure you absolutely dominate your rival, just have more fans than them, like a considerable amount more.
Yeah. I feel like this is gonna turn into like every club is gonna have like a 400,000 point / money increase.
Nah, I think it's a lot more dramatic than that. Okay, Kana's Fever Time takes away or ends 2 of your customer sessions immediately.
Sucks.
Yeah, so if you let that happen, it can be kind of hard to recover from. I imagine it would also like lower the hospitality points of the girl serving those guys.
Do you know if it affects anybody currently in a fever time? Because I always thought those were like.
I don't know, actually.
Yeah, I always felt like in Zero that was the case. Was that if they're in fever time, they don't get affected by it.
Yeah, that I assume so too. Where being in fever time basically makes you immune to disruptions like that, but I don't actually know. Oh, okay. I don't think Kana's actually drains HP because there's another one later that sends people home and drains HP.
Hmm?
There's some harsh language to include in this game.
Seriously.
Damn. That alphabet.
Whoever-
This.
Whoever came up with that deserves an enormous raise.
Keep in mind, I couldn't tell because I was in this club and not yours. So there's technically no way.
I'm just going to assume that they had a chance to watch the footage from the Hiroshima Club while they were on the bullet train back to Osaka.
That or, like, the Hiroshima Club has their own announcer, and so they were just listening into the results over the radio or something.
Yeah, it's possible too.
Like, presumably this is being transmitted out to the public.
Yeah. And Kiryu, those are some really nice words of encouragement, and you've only been here like 2 days.
Kiryu clearly has never played League of Legends.
That's probably for the best. Anyway, when you defeat a club in the ranking battle, you poach their top girl at for yourself. So now we have 2 platinum hostesses.
failed us, and then like turns them into stone or something.
Oh no. Anyway, next up is Aika? Aika? I don't know. I think it's Aika.
Yeah, it's
and
probably Aika.
there's something that's always bothered me about her model. I think it's just the overpronounced bottom eyelid?
Maybe.